Shalom to the 144,000 and the rest of the elect out there. Shalom to you all. I'm going to make this super quick. Let's see where the spirit takes me. I'm going to entitle this video, Emperor Nero was a sick puppy and he's back. So if you watch any recent videos that I did, even in the past, go back couple of years, I started saying that Donald J. Trump is reincarnated Nero, Emperor Nero, who ruled, I believe, he ruled from 66 AD to, I believe, going into the end of 68, 69. After that, you had 4 emperors, 3 of which were taken out, and the one that emerged was Vespasian. I always go into that, history. Then, of course, you got his son Titus, which took down the Israelites. 70 AD was a key year, but it started back when Nero was in there. Nero had a deep hatred for the Christians, meaning the Israelites. So if this Donald J. Trump is Nero coming back, well, he's going to have the same feelings for Christians or Israelites today. True Christians are Israelites of the elect. We're the true Christians. Edomites call themselves Christians. First of all, they're not Christians. You have to be an Israelite in order for you to be a Christian. In order for you to qualify, you can't be an Edomite Christian. Okay? That shit don't work. But anyway, if you watch yesterday's live, and then we did the closing after the camp for about a good 40 minutes or so, and we had one of the men from GMS Chicago, and I put him on the hot seat. He didn't know what was going on, and I said, "Look, you're gonna lead the brothers into." Revelation chapter 13, and he passed with flying colors. He right on point. I mean, I come in there every once in a while with my big mouth, but he was going in. So he made GMS Chicago look good. That means that they into the scriptures. They keeps in the scriptures. So shalom to that brother. He gave me his name. I forget his name. I'm not good with names, especially Hebrew names. They're hard to remember. You got to hear it a bunch of times. So you can watch that video on the same channel that Apostle Gabar puts up the live that the apostles do. But I mentioned in that video and in the video that we did earlier, the live stream that we did earlier, both of them were live streams, by the way, so I got to watch them. I have mentioned in the 2 camps, the closing camp and the camp that we normally do, I had mentioned we were going into the Roman history and the money system, then in the Greeks, the Persians, and we were going into a lot of history. And then we started pulling out some precept. But we're giving you like a history class. And was somehow, Nero, Trump came up. And now, me, I kept saying that's Nero coming back. At one time I said, I think that's Nero coming back. That's Nero coming back. So, like I said, if Nero was a mean bastard, and you watch this video right here, right? Emperor Nero in 3D. What did the Emperor Nero look like? Roman emperors, and like there's if you look at busts, a side by side of Nero and Trump, they look exactly alike. They got like a young Donald J. Trump and a young Nero, which Nero became emperor 16, 17. I read one thing that said 16 others. Recently, I read a page where he said he came into power at 17 through the help of the Praetorian Guard. And he killed his own mother. He killed 2 of his wives. He kicked one wife in the belly. And when you watch this video, then he one of the wives that he killed, I believe he kicked her in the belly. She was pregnant, and then he saw a boy that resembled his, I believe, his second wife, and he said, "I want to marry you," but he said, "You got to chop your rod off and actually become a woman." So this, the alphabet people, that's the spirit of Rome. That's part of the spirit of Rome. You know, when you go to Revelation chapter 17, verse 4, and it speaks about, the form. Matter of fact, let me go to it. As soon as it comes up, I just want to read it verbatim, and I may go to NLT. Revelation 17. Okay, here we go. Revelation 17. Okay. Matter of fact, let me start the first verse. And there came one of the seven angels and had 7 vials and talked with me, saying unto them, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. That great whore that sitteth upon many waters, for the ones that don't know, is America itself. It's also known as, it says right here, as a whore, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. Now, what does it mean by fornication? There's a term. This guy's in bed with this government leader or whatever, meaning they work with each other, not have sex. So, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication. So what does it mean? It means the leaders have made deals and have gone to bed with Babylon the Great. And the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. So her fornication is, recently, a couple of years, you had Kamala Harris go to Africa. Was it Guinea, Ghana, one of them places? Help me out, y'all. And she came with a checkbook, ready to give X amount of millions of dollars to certain African governments that they changed their policy on the alphabet community, and they basically said, no, we ain't changing that, So, that shows you her job is to push that fornication. The fourth verse goes more into detail. Let me see. Let me read the third verse. So he carried me away in the spirit into the wilderness, and I saw a woman set upon a scarlet-colored beast. The woman is Babylon the Great, the U.S. The scarlet-colored beast represent the rest of the NATO and EU nations. I'm saying that for you new brothers. Full of names of blasphemy. Blasphemy in the word is disrespect. If you call the Lord, Jesus or God or whatever, when you don't, now if you saying it to people that don't understand, you say the name of the Most High is Yahweh, whom the world ignorantly calls God or the Heavenly Father. The name of the Son is Yahweh Shai, whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus, having 7 heads and 10 horns. 7 heads and 10 horns represent the NATO nations. The heads represent the NATO nations, and the EU are the horns. So this is what I want, 4th verse. And the woman was arrayed in purple and scarlet color, and decked in gold and precious stones and pearls, having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations. Now you got Nate saying that's talking about, that links up with Revelation 13. It does not link up with Revelation 13, 16 and 17. This means something completely different. But he threw it out there, and then people, took it. The followers took it hook, line, and sinker. Having a golden cup in in her hand full of abominations and filthiness of her fornication. Now this has nothing, now you can't say, well, the abomination, filthiness of her fornication is talking about the microseed. Not necessarily. It's talking about the alphabet spirit, which comes from Rome. What did I just say a couple of minutes ago? One of the things that, when you watch the video, you'll see one of the things that Nero did, which they don't talk about, because Esau wants to make the Roman emperors look good. That's why they don't make movies of how they really live, how they were laying down with animals. They were doing the Diddy thing and the Epstein thing. You know, they're getting all, oh my goodness, I can't believe they're taking that. They got that from Rome, man. You're gonna try to big up the presidents, man, and a lot of them were, you know, ACDC too. That's Rome. Because it's definitely, if you can't see this is Rome, there's something wrong with you. Go take your black ass down to, or white ass, take your black ass down there to DC. And look at pictures of Rome, the capital of Rome. See, this is why we don't tolerate people that can't get this, man. You come with that, we ain't dealing with you Christians, man. If you can't get it, you come here, I want to learn, I'm a Christian, but I want to learn, and I kind of see it, I want the full, okay, then we'll teach you. You're like this guy, God Logic. God Logic knows scriptures, but if he used his head for something other than a hat rack, he would actually see that we're the Israelites. And you say, you know what? I'm an Israelite now. But that pride and that demon in him, remember, we all got one demon in us. So that demon has not been exercised. What Captain Tazariak should have did was grab his ass up and take him to the tub. Inside joke, if you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, grab his ass up, get a couple of them big, strong ISUPK brothers, and take out that anointing oil and exercise that demon out of his ass. Now, if he wanted to elect, the demon's gonna pop right out, and the first thing he's gonna say is, "Where's my fringes at? I'm an Israelite." See, that's a demon that's holding God Logic back. That's a demon that's holding him back. See, the demon got to be taken off him. And who takes off the demon? The God of the demons, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. So if he's one of the elect, the Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai will take that demon off him. You had plenty of brothers that came into this thing, came into the knowledge and went back in the world. Guess what? The demon jumped back on their ass with 7 other demons more mightier than themselves. That's Matthew 12. And see, these Edomites, they're all full of demons. And the demons don't try to exercise the Edomite. Don't try to exercise a demon off of an Edomite, because it ain't going to work. Because they have multiple demons in them, and they're demons themselves. You know? So she carried me away in the spirit. So this right here, right? Having the golden cup in her hand, and then it says in her forehead, that's talking about the mark of the beast. No, it's not talking about the mark of the beast. That's why we had to do the breakdown. That's Saturday after camp, and that was a great. I didn't see the video yet because I went to sleep early. You know, back in the day, we had the bishops come to the crib. We were watching fights. Man, that brother, we be going to sleep early, man. You know, it says, and unless it's like a special occasion, but you come to my house, we're gonna fall asleep on your asses, and go and let me see something. I'm sorry. This is the main thing that I wanted. Having a golden cup in her hand full of abominations. That cup is a golden cup to entice people. That's why that golden cup in the hand of Kamala was that checkbook. She said, I got a golden cup for your ass, but you gotta change your laws to protect alphabet people. You know? And like I said, this is clearly the spirit of Rome. Like I said, Now, like I said, they're trying to make the Roman emperors look good. The Roman you can't make a Roman Empire. You make a movie based upon a hero of the Roman Empire, but you ain't gonna go too deep on the emperors themselves. You know, especially the Edomite ones. And they only ruled for about 100, approximately 150 years. From around 69, 70, circa, to about 150 years. And then Jake took over, and I've been saying, I gotta keep saying that. Septimius Severus wasn't the first Jake that ruled. Septimius Severus came long after Jake was ruling. Septimius Severus came on the scene in 193 AD. He had a son named Caracalla, who became the emperor. You can read. Esau will tell you if you put in black emperors, they'll mention Caracalla. They'll mention Pescennius Niger. You know, but now if Caracalla is a black man, then what was his father? Septimius Severus. He had to be a black man, but they ain't gonna tell you that. So all them Caesars, I'm sounding like a broken record. Y'all know about this, but this is for you new brothers, you new cats and women. Jake took that power, took Rome over, starting in 96 AD. So really, from 96 AD all the way up to like the end of the 1400s, that's more than 1,000 years. We really ruled more than 1,000 years, but we had full rulership for 1,000 years. But we took them over. This is why they're not giving you reparations, because it's not about a money thing. It's about a power thing. If Jake, you got a lot of smart Jakes out. You got a lot of doctors, lawyers, politicians. You got a lot of Jakes, man, that are up there. You know, higher echelon Jakes. They have a lot of power, man. There's Jakes out there got a lot of power, man. So if you were to give reparations, like I said, it's not about a money thing. It's about they're going to take us over thing. And they got the finances to do it. America I'm all over the place, but please forgive me. I'll get back on course. America, during George Washington and when they had the first president, but before that you had, I believe it was 7 Jakes that were Moors. They were presidents, co-presidents. I got to go more into that history. But you had Jake ruling because they learned a lot from the Moors. Everything that Esau got, his culture, all got it from Jake. So going back to from Washington, he was just another Caesar, and you had many of them that were into other men. They had wives, but they were into other men. They were into minor children. They were doing that. Congress people, they were getting into minor children because there was no law against it. And they passed that law under a bill, which is a law now. It's an act called the White Slavery Act. And they put that law together because you know what Jack Johnson was doing. But they been did, and they still do it today, man. Let me see. So this right here has nothing to do with the MOTB. This is talking about, like I said, what Kamala did and coming over there with a checkbook saying, look, you got to pass some laws. You pass some laws, we're gonna give you checks. Africa was like, nah. But when they give them the micro C-HIP, they're not gonna reject that. Okay, please forgive me for ranting. Okay. The hell. Okay, I can hardly let me see something. Bear with me for a minute. Bear with me for a minute. Okay, this is what I want to do. Okay, let me do this. Donald Trump might preside over America 250-year birthday. The founders would be appalled. Bear me for a minute here. Okay, so this is what it's called, and I spoke about this yesterday. What we have in mind is the United States semi-quincentennial. So I was asking the men at the closing of camp, I said, what does semi-quincentennial mean? A lot of brothers couldn't get it. No big deal. So I said, y'all know a little bit of Latin. What does semi mean? Somebody said two. I said, nope. Semi means half. You in the middle, right? Semi means half. So I said, what? So now it's easy. What does give me a second. I gotta do it because it time's out. Let me come over here again. So what does quincentennial mean? Ennial, the year of our Lord. Anno, it means year, right? So it means five. Quin means 5. Or cen meaning 100. 500. So what does that mean? And this is Roman talk. So they're going to call it the semi-quincentennial. Half of a 500 years is what? 250 years. This official starting date of the Americas is 1776. So do the math. 250 years is 2026. So I did some more research, which I did in the past, and I said, and we did it yesterday. It's fresh in my mind. That's why I keep talking on it. It was fresh in my mind. Give me a second. Let me pull this back. Okay, I thought about this. I said, let me go to Google, and I did this before, and I did videos on it. I said what did I say? The average lifespan of an empire in general. And then it said, you go into it, it says 250 years. So I said, wait a minute, America's 2 years shy of exactly 250 years. So this guy is going to celebrate the greatness of America. And you're celebrating it at the end of your system, because they say through research, through many empires rule for approximately 250 years. I don't need this no more. So let me come back over here. So watch this here. Emperor Nero in 3D. What did the Emperor Nero look like? Roman Emperor. Now, if you look at a picture, there's pictures of Trump that look just like him. Right here, he doesn't look like him. But if you look at a picture when Trump was in his 20s, he looked more like this. He didn't have a fatter face, but Nero had the chin beard. And look at the hair. The hair is, is a hot mess, just like Trump's is a hot mess, But if you can't see that that's him, I don't know what to tell you. Your spiritual antennas are down. You need to pick them up. And if everybody in Israel, the Israelites out there, if their spiritual antennas were up, they would see that the MOTB is a micro C hip. Everybody, it's going to be a shakeup, like I said. Anyway, with that, I'm going to say shalom, on to the next shalom.